What is rejection? Within human emotions, one of the most powerful, due to the consequences and the level of affectation it has on ourselves, it's the rejection. The definition of rejection is the process and the consequence of rejecting, resisting, denying, separating, or refuting. By expressing or specifying the rejection of something or to somebody, the person makes it clear that they do not accept him or tolerate it. The term rejection refers to the circumstance in which an individual is deliberately excluded from a social relationship and social interaction. It includes both interpersonal rejection, or peer rejection, and the romantic rejection. A person can be rejected by an individual or by a group of people. Also, the rejection can be active, through bullying or ridicule, or passive, through ignoring the person, or giving them the silent treatment. The receiving of the experience of being rejected perceives it subjectively, and it can be perceived even when it is not present. While humans are social beings, certain levels of rejection are an inevitable part of life. However, rejection can become a problem when it is prolonged or consistent. And when the relationship is important, or when the individual is very sensitive to rejection. Rejection by an entire group of people can have extremely negative effects, particularly when it leads to the social isolation. The experience of rejection can produce several important adverse psychological consequences, such as low self-esteem, aggression, and depression. Thus, it can also produce feelings of emotional insecurity and increased sensitivity and fear in the face of possible subsequent rejections. This also creates in the rejected individual the feelings of insecurity, powerlessness, sadness, uncertainty, fear, anger, and disappointment. But in this way, it also creates, in the rejected people, the feelings of fury, resentment, hate, anger, revenge, and retaliation, which can lead the rejected individual or individuals to commit acts of extreme violence against the person or persons from whom they were the object of the rejection. By not understanding or accepting the reasons for the rejection, we humans are inevitably social beings, which means that we need to relate to other living beings, both at an emotional, economic, social, reproductive, sentimental, and competitive level. This means that inevitably, we look for other living beings to feel good, to feel safe, to share many things, both sentimental and physical. That's why we also relate to learn and to teach. We relate to others, to form a strong pack or society, to be able to defend ourselves from attacks from other groups or packs. We form packs, groups, and societies, to feel safe, protected, and well. That's why we look for strong people and animals to form our group, pack, herd, and society, since the stronger it is, the safer that we will feel. That's why we necessarily look for the approval and acceptance of others towards ourselves. That's why we look to be part of a group, pack, and society, since being accepted causes in us a great and powerful feeling of acceptance, happiness, security, and satisfaction. For this same reason, it's that rejection is something so powerful and harmful for ourselves, since being rejected by someone or a group of people causes in ourselves a great and powerful feeling of sadness, anguish, pain, shame, uncertainty, insecurity, and hate towards ourselves. It makes us question ourselves about our body, our face, our hair, our looks, our intelligence, our skills and knowledge, our physical strength, and our value as a person. And because it is so important for us to be accepted by others, we are willing to change our way of being, just to be accepted by others and the society. We are willing to adapt to the others and the society. Even if we have to eliminate and change many of our gifts and aptitudes, just for not being rejected by others, just to being accepted. And even though it is a human necessity to relate and to be accepted by others, even so, it is not right to change our way of being, just to be accepted by others. Still, it is not right for us to eliminate or change our gifts and abilities, since we are better than the others. But in order not to seem conceited, we lower ourselves to the level of the others, just to be accepted, and to not be rejected. Still, it is not right to stop being extraordinary, to be ordinary like the others, and to be accepted, since in all the societies and packs, there is always someone who excels from the standard of the society, who becomes extraordinary, and who manages to guide that society. There are thousands of examples of what we are willing to eliminate and change from ourselves, just to be accepted by others. Example. Let's say that you like rock music, since it makes you feel good, you like it, you love it, it fills you with satisfaction and pleasure, and therefore your way of dressing it's of that style. But the rest of the people do not see you well, on the contrary, they despise you and reject you for your way of being and dressing. But even though it makes you feel good and be happy with your style and your tastes, you change the way you are, the way that you dress and the music that you like, just to being accepted by others. You have to feel good and happy, with your way of being, dressing and your tastes. Do not care about the others. You have to analyze and ask yourself, if it is worth stopping being you, if it is worth stopping being and doing what you like and gives you happiness, just to being accepted by others. Even though we need the acceptance and approval of others, you have to ask yourself, if it is worth leaving and changing your personality and your tastes, just to be accepted by the others. I believe that it is much more important and powerful that you be happy and feel good with your way of being and thinking. You can see that the richest and powerful people in the world, like Elon Musk, do not follow the standards of others, they do not even care what others say and think about them, they do not care even a little, not even a little. Be yourself. Always. Truly, do not care or be affected for what others say and think about you. Have a rebel mind. Do not get carried away by others or by the society. Be yourself. Always and everywhere, and with whoever you are with. Because everything starts from within yourself. Because the most important thing is that you feel happy. That it's why rejection should not affect you so much. Since worse than rejection is that you stop being yourself, who you are, just for being accepted by others. That's the worst thing that you can do. Because even if others accept you, there is nothing good if you live sad, miserable, restrained and unhappy all of your life. Because you have changed your way of being and your tastes, just to be accepted. The best thing is that you'll be happy with your way of being, with your way of dressing and with your way of thinking and with your tastes. If others reject you, for your way of being. But if you like it, and it makes you happy to be the way you are, then, never change the way you are. Be proud of yourself and your way of being, and I assure you that people who are really worth it, will come into your life, people who accept you for who you are, people who feel like you. Always be yourself. Always be. How do you want to be? Do not allow that the rejection from others affects you. You are a unique, magnificent and special being. Never change the way of being, just to be accepted by others. Never. Be the way that makes you feel happy with yourself. Be whoever you want it to be. But be always